And that is the Garden of Eden. This truck stop is called Oasis truck stop.
Okay.
They do have
Travelers.
cigarettes and they do have.
It's the Travelers Oasis. So it is on exit 132, I believe. No, that can't be right. 182, I think it is. Anyway, so I promised you all video. I even took some pictures, some stills as well. But I promised video of sorry, I'm getting back in my car here. I promised you video of that experience, and it really is. It's really cool. The city is township, or it's a small town. It's very rural Idaho. Twin Falls is not too far. It's 10-15 miles, if that. And so if you have context of where Twin Falls, Idaho is, Twin Falls, Idaho is man, if it's not the halfway point, it's kind of between a half and 2/3 of the way to, across the state. Hang on a second. I have to negotiate this big pole that's right behind me, so that I can get out and get back on the road. An interesting fact here is that when I left Oregon to go to Kentucky, I left exactly a year ago. It was exactly a year ago today. It was April 11th. It was exactly a year ago today, April 11th, that I stopped here. Like 9 miles that way. And I'm in Twin Falls. Well, I'm not going to Twin Falls because I don't need to. I'm going home. But I just thought I'd show you guys this this Travelers Oasis and this Garden of Eden thing they had. I forgot that they had a little waterfall going on in there. It's kind of it was just, I don't know how long it's been there. I think it's been there a few years, but they use little pumps and such, for like a little waterfall effect. But it's just so cool how they did it. They put a lot of time and effort into making it look good and making it fun and interesting at the same time, because of course this is Eden, Idaho, and there's an Eden in Wyoming. I think there's also an Eden in Utah, and I don't know that those other guys, other cities, had done the same thing. I don't know if this is like an enigma, or one of a kind, or what have you, but I just thought it was really cool, and it was one of the highlights for me on day one traveling to Kentucky, on the in Trek to Kentucky. I don't think I did any video. I don't even remember if I even mentioned it in one of my videos, but it was one of the coolest things to see along the way on my epic adventure out to Kentucky. And it's certainly one of the cool attractions to see on my last leg of this epic journey going home. So thank you for joining me, and thank you for entertaining me. I mean, some might think it's just dumb, I don't know, but I liked it. I thought it was pretty cool. Not not so much in the sense of giving reverence to the snake, the serpent, that essentially beguiled Eve into causing man's downfall into sin. I mean, I'm not glorifying that, not by any stretch of the imagination, but at the same time, it's pretty cool to see that they owned the name. They made it something, and they gave a nod to the biblical reference of the Garden of Eden. So I thought that was pretty cool and amazing, and I'm just, it's just cool that it's exactly a year later that I got to see it. And the weather's vastly different. It's earlier in the day than when I got here. Although this wouldn't have been, I take that back. April 11th is the day that I left. April 11th is, I stopped in Ontario. So I'm a year -1, right? April 12th is when I saw this last year. My mistake. I thought I knew I didn't make it all the way this deep into Idaho on day 1 last year. I stopped in Ontario. I stayed with Matt. And then, no, it wasn't April 12th either. It was April 13th. Because I stayed the night in Star, Idaho, which is only 40 minutes away. I went to go to Keith's place, and we got to BSing, and I was going to get out on the road there, and then he was like, it's been so late, you might as well just stay. We've already made the bed for you. You're staying the night. So that's right. It was April 13th. Stevie's birthday is when I sit corrected again. It was a year -2 days. And anyone who's British, no, I did not flip you off. I didn't mean to flip you off. I was just meant to show that it was 2 days. It's a year -2 days that I've been back to this same truck stop. And gas was a little high. It was $3.99 a gallon. I think gone are for the rest of this journey going forward, I think I'm not going to see really good, decent gas prices again. The last gas fill-up was probably like $3.59 or something like that. I don't know. Cheapest of the road trip going home, the cheapest the gas was about $3.15. I do believe. So, and that was the thing. Is like the positive benefit to leaving Oregon and going to Kentucky is that the further east I went, the less expensive the gas became. I mean, it was cheaper going home, and I knew this was going to happen. Going home, it was going to get more expensive the further west I go. But that's the way it is. So I really don't have anything else going on as far as next stops. From going forward, it's just going to be I'm topped off, so I'm going to be going for a while. In all likelihood, next stop off is Boise, because that's a couple hours away, and it is currently 11 a.m. So that's tracking about right. I should be in Boise around 1 a.m. or 1 p.m. Sorry, and it's about 6 hours or so from Boise to Portland. So I'm standing in good shape. I still maintain that I'm going to be home. I won't be home until about 7 or 8 because at some point I'm going to stop. I mean, I'm going to stop. Bathroom breaks, meal breaks, gas breaks. So I mean, the drive time itself is solid. Drive time wise, I'm still a good 8 hours from home. which puts me at home by 7 p.m. But that's not realistic because you got to factor in pit stops, meal breaks, that sort of thing. So that's it. That was the Garden of Eden. That was Eden, Idaho, on I-84. Trying to get a mile marker now so I can confirm where exactly it is. So you all, if any of you are interested in never seeing it, so I am passing mile marker 173 now. So I do believe that was mile marker. Actually, that might have been mile marker 178. Yeah, because I think I took mile marker 183 or 182. No, it was 188. No, okay, so mile marker 188 originally, and I was like 5 miles away. I was on the opposite end of town. So I do believe that was mile marker 182, and I'm now at 172. So this video is 12 minutes long, so that stands to reason that, yeah, I've gone 10 miles down the road. So figure about approximately mile marker 182 on Interstate 84. It doesn't matter if you're coming eastbound or westbound, it's the same mile marker. You can't miss it. There's only 2 gas stations on that exit. One's a Sinclair, and the other is it's a Shell station. And the Shell station is that Traveler's Oasis. There used to be a restaurant there. It was closed. I don't know why, but it's a full convenience truck stop, right? So they have on one side the big 18-wheelers to gas up. On the other, in front of the store is where passenger cars gas up. You go inside, there's a store, and in the middle of the store, back by where their beverages are, sorry, I have no way of stopping that from vibrating. My apologies. It's over by the beverages. When you go back, so there's a little hot deli there, right? Hot food, chicken, that kind of stuff. You know, off to the right, and when you kind of round the corner there to go back to where all the beverage coolers are, that's where you see this big area. It has like little dining tables and such that you can actually eat right there at a little table, get your food and eat there, and then with the ambiance of this rock wall that has a little waterfall effect, and in that tree, presumably the tree of knowledge, as depicted in the story of Adam and Eve in Genesis. And then you have that really cool looking snake with the beady red eyes that light up, coiling off of the tree there. My father would not like this video. My father would not like seeing that snake. He does not like snakes. He is absolutely 100% shit scared of snakes, and I don't think he would like that at all. Had it been a big, ugly-looking spider, I'd have screamed like a little girl and I'd run for the hills. But no. I remember one time I said to my father, I was like, "What kind of man is afraid of a snake?" Turns around and says, "What kind of a man is afraid of a spider?" I'm like, "Touche, Dad, touche." So that's it for this portion of this journey. Mostly because I don't want to run the battery down too much, and I do have the gift of gab. My mother always said I got that from my grandmother. Personally, I think I got it from both my grandmothers because they both had the gift of gab. So I'm going to stop recording now and focus on the road. Sorry, it's just I can't stop the bouncing. So I'm gonna keep going down the line there, and I'll do updates as I find something important or interesting to talk about, I guess. So, given that, I'm glad you all are here with me on this adventure, of course, and I am eternally grateful for all the support and love from all of you who have contacted me privately. Now I really want to go to that Nampa airport. There's a war museum there. Sorry, squirrel. So thank you all for really allowing me to, have a sounding board. And so, with that said, I'm going to keep on the trail, trailblazing back to Oregon. And so, happy trails to all of you. I'll talk to y'all soon.